What's going on? It's Fizz bringing it straight from my heart for me to you, because guess what? That's what I do. So continuing our conversation, talking about David Vonderhaar and Call of Duty, the new Black Ops 3, and all the information they're trying to pump into everybody's mind that this is going to be some great game. Let's not forget, the bottom line is that, you know, I think David Vonderhaar plays this big bait and switch game with Mark Lemia. They throw a bunch of stuff out there that he knows they're going to take away out of the game, and the stuff that they're going to leave in. At the end of the day, at the bottom of the line, you know, it's going to be an esports game first. So what does that tell you? That tells you the weapons are not going to change. There's not going to be, they've given you a bunch of freebies that mean nothing to the game. Like, color your gun, all this, nothing that actually affects the game. Nothing that affects your game as far as, like, I tweeted Vaughn a long time ago. I said, how come you don't put, like, a weapon generator in there? So what do they put in there? They put, like, a weapon editor. It doesn't change the weapons. Like, you don't get to take all the crap that you find in the game or in multiplayer or anything like that to create this +1 or +2 or, you know, or having a bunch of variants that are attachments that you can adjust. I mean, I don't know what is so hard about doing that. And I do know why it's so hard. Is because they're not going to change this game for esports. This whole thing, this whole game is predicated on Vaughn getting off at sitting in the front row of COD Champs and watching how people play this game, and he's like, oh man, he gets off on that. He gets off on little groups of guys that he can make dance, and that, you know, Activision and Xbox support the money. I mean, he is the monkey in the middle. Like, I mean, nobody would like David Vonderhaar on either end. They wouldn't like him on the esports aspect because they don't care shit about him, and nobody likes him on the casual side. But because he's in the middle, and he can get the money for the esports, and he can piss people off and ruin the game for the casual community. I mean, you got really no choice. What choice is there? Either the majority of everybody quits, which everybody has quit Call of Duty. Let's be honest here. The reason, there's really no point in me making a video. I mean, Star Wars is putting up tons and tons of money and marketing. There's nothing that Call of Duty can do. Star Wars, no matter how shitty and how much PC people bitch and complain about, no space battles, no PC gaming, no campaign, blah, 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 blah. Nobody gives a shit because nobody remembers. At the end of the day, at the bottom of the line, like I said before, you know, people are going to buy it because they want to be nostalgic. They just want to have fun. And that's what Call of Duty can't get into its head. I don't know what is like. I would love to sit across the table from David Vonderhaar and Mark Lemia and ask questions like, do you not realize that, how do you explain the sales depreciating from Black Ops 1 to now? How do you justify keep making a game that is totally out of the realm of what everybody likes to play this game as? I'm listening to Mark Lemia and talking about, like, we got to stretch our boundaries. What'd you do with your extra year? And going off and making this game more fluidly and movable. All you did is you added jetpacks and made it more fluidly and movable. You just made it more harder for people to get used to the speed, and you're changing the game every year. Why not change the game and make the weapons and everything else, you know, more militaristic or more military, more organic, as in real attachments that actually do something. I mean, here's another thing I don't like about this Black Ops 3 game that's coming out. You know, you're giving a pick 10 system, and a person can have 6 attachments on his gun, and then he can't use anything else. It's kind of like, you know, hey, you're taking all that extra stuff away. You can't use grenades. You can't use pistols, and it just takes all the fun away from the game. There's no really. It's like, okay, I'm using 6 attachments. I'm forced into using that, and how much fun is that going to be? I can't use the other stuff. And you know what it does? It just paints everybody into the corner where they all play the same because they're scared to use any other setups because they won't work, because it's not balanced. It's never balanced. And the reason the game's never balanced is because it's all made for esports. So all these pick 10 and 6 perks and attachments and all the stuff that you could do, and it's like lopsided one end or the other, and you can't use the grenades and you can't use the pistols, is basically saying, well, that's too bad, it's not going to happen. It's just ridiculous. I mean, they need to get back to being simple. And being simple means you can use everything. The fun of the game is, hey, I can pull out my gun and then switch to my pistol real fast and kill somebody. And no, I don't want to be penalized because I can't use, you know, running faster or this. I mean, they spread it out to where they put the kill streaks on the attachments now. Like what was it? Somebody was saying in their video, I think it was Thunder, that they were saying that like lightweight or stopping power or something, I don't know, that used to be a regular attachment is now put into, or a regular perk is put into an attachment now. It's like taking stopping power, splitting it in half, and adding and making it weaker, and then making 2 perks out of it, and then but you got to pay, you instead of paying 1 point, you got to pay 2 points to make that 1 perk 1 point. It's stupid. And anyways, all I'm going to say is this, is that I know it's not going to change. I know the game's not going to change. I know everybody's hyping you up. I know that they got the pylon crew on YouTube lying to you, feeding you a bunch of crap about the game. Oh, I played it for 3 hours, and let me tell you, this and this, this and this. Yeah, you played it 3 hours with people that are on a LAN. It had nothing to do with online gaming. And so the bottom line is, at the end of the day, it doesn't reflect what everybody else is going to experience. You know what I mean? Come on. Are we talking about, okay, let me ask you this question. It still takes 4 or 5 bullets to kill somebody, right? And everybody has 30 bullets in a clip, and they got to spend 5 bullets. You can't kill multiple targets. You can move around really fast, and the fluidity is going to be there. But yet, still again, the snipers can kill you in 1 shot. For some reason, you know, I mean, Counter-Strike Go, you know, the multiplier, I mean, what do they give you bullets for multiplier on sniper, right? So I guess they give you multiplier for bullets on the assault rifle. So now I have to burn points to make my bullets be the same strength as a sniper rifle, who has the ability to not spend the points on the head multiplier, but could still kill me. And that's another thing they didn't tell you about, that there's no flinch in this game anymore. They took out the toughness perk, so now everybody's at half flinch. That's what Vaughn said on his Twitter. So when you're at half flinch and the sniper shoots at you and you shoot at him, he's not going to flinch, and he doesn't need a perk for it. I mean, I'm going to tell you, this is how this game's going to turn out. 2 weapons, not going to be changed. They're going to be placebo effect, patches. 2 weapons, esports orientated. They're going to adjust it. They're going to cry about some specialist, change it around. Mark my words, come back to this video. They're going to change that. And then and then the rest of the game is going to be unplayable. A couple of weapons and snipers are going to be exempt from the whole methodology of the game. That's what it's going to come down to. And I'm just bored of it. I'm bored of it, and I know Star Wars isn't going to be any much better because DICE sucks. They're not westernized, and their game's going to suck too. So until a new game comes along, I don't know what I'm going to do as far as that goes. But it doesn't matter to me. I'd probably just wind up better off just doing what I'm doing. Anyway, get the fuck out of here.